welcome back to another video. Just got beta 12.3.6, so we're going to take it for a rip. This is the one with the auto park update. Again, I'm a former Tesla technician. I've had beta since the very first one. I can't remember. I was one of the first 500 to get it back when I worked for them. And so I'm pretty experienced with this. So we just went from 12.3.4 to 12.3.6 with auto park. So we're gonna find a route here, maybe let's find maybe something a little bit better than that. I am gonna try to find some roundabouts and some other stuff that we can do. Try to put the car in some tricky spots here. Let's do, there's a brewery up here that'll force us to go through a bunch of roundabouts. Yeah, we'll do this. All right, so we are gonna go through. We're on the north side of Indianapolis. We're gonna head through the north side up into Carmel, Indiana. Hit some roundabouts. So basically, I'm gonna, as you can see, kind of up here. This is a pretty tight garage, and then my other vehicle is kind of right. Let's see if you can see it here. There. So this is a super tight spot. So I'm going to put it into beta in the garage and let's see what happens. All right, in the garage. Oh boy, that was way too tight. I'm not confident with that. Okay. So yeah, so that wasn't great. So we're going to try it again here. All right, now we're coming out of the garage. Much more confidence there. That, I don't know, it might have been fine, but it was enough to make me intervene, I'll put it that way. So here we go, right out of the driveway, and then let's see what happens. So I'm gonna try to sneak this drive in. It's getting a little bit late here in Indiana. Luckily for us, it stays, it is 10 after 8 Eastern, but luckily for us, it stays light pretty late here, being basically on the edge of the Eastern time zone and the Central time zone. So here we go, coming up to the stop sign, some folks walking. And we're off. So again, nice. I like the way it's handling the non-marked roads. It's doing a great job again of staying to the right and not kind of hovering in the middle. So good job on that. So now we're gonna make a left. Kind of light traffic, so not really much to confuse the car right now, but it's doing a good job. Quick stops at the stop signs. Full stops, but quick stops, which is nice. I don't know if that's anything they've worked on, but that's interesting. So right there, you can see the lane split off into two there. The last version, and I don't know if this is just coincidence or not, the last version, the car would straddle the line, basically, which is honestly what most humans do, unless there's someone actually making that left-hand turn there. So I don't know if that was just dumb luck or if that was by design, but interesting to see that. I'll have to do some more drives to see if it's consistently doing that or if it just happened to be kind of a dumb luck situation. So this will be cool. Well, the construction won't be cool, but this is actually going to be a roundabout here come 6 to 12 months supposedly. They're doing away with that stop sign, and we'll have a roundabout instead of a four-way stop, which will be nice because during rush hour there's really only traffic coming from this direction, and then the opposing direction, not coming from either two sides there. So nice job here, sidetrack or side note, to stay left there and not kind of drift it towards the center again. Let's see if it does the same here. Yep, nice and confident. Holds the yellow line kind of as its primary line. I don't know if that's actually what it's doing or not, but that's the way it feels. Didn't waver at all there, so that's cool. Good deal there. Nice move through the intersection here. Didn't really get any touchy. Wow, that is a bright sun. Holy smokes. Wow, that's bright. The camera is not doing it justice, but you cannot see hardly anything here. Yeah, the camera is not really doing that justice at all, but that is just right smack dab right in your face. There's a little relief from the tree there, but wow. Yeah, so anyways, as I was saying, they're putting a roundabout back there. That'll be nice because there's really no reason for a four-way stop there in the afternoons. It's really only two directions that get really busy, so I'm a big fan of roundabouts. I was not until I moved to Indiana, and they frequent them so much here. I've kind of grown to really appreciate them. So we're going to come up here and make a right onto Keystone Avenue and kind of turn north. I might change our pin here to force it off of Keystone. But I'm going to let us get on Keystone past the, there's an overpass for 465, which is basically, like some people call it the loop, or basically just loops around Indianapolis. It's 3 or 4 lane highway that just loops around where all the other interstates feed Indianapolis. So once we get past that, I will change direction because I'm afraid if I change it too soon, it's going to want to hop onto 465. So good move here. Lane changes are really good, which honestly they have been for quite some time now. Wow, hard brakes. I think the car might have lost. It might have been that white van kind of nudged out there. I don't know if the camera picked that up, but that white van kind of came out just a little bit. It probably wouldn't have been enough to make me, a human driver, slam on brakes there, but it would have made me, let off the accelerator for sure. But again, pretty nice job though overall, I guess. Nice confident lane changes. Not sure why we're going full left lane here. I don't know. I always go in the middle lane. But if the car's going to do, over the speed limit, I'm totally cool with it being in the left-hand lane. But if we're going to kind of float around the speed limit or just under, to me, I wouldn't like to be in this lane. So once we get, this is 465 right here that we're about to go under. Once we get past that, I'm going to change the pin to a different location in Carmel, just to force it to kind of get off of this Keystone, because this will be kind of boring. It's just a straight road. Want to try to force it off one of these first exits here and get it through some roundabouts. All right, so here we go. Yelling at me for messing with the screen. All right, there we go. So we're going to duck off here. So now we're cruising at 60 in a left-hand lane. Plenty of cars go that fast. I'd probably be more in the 55 range, but we are just about to cross into a 50 mile an hour zone right here. So 60 and a 50 isn't too bad. Now we're actually up to 62. There we go. So we are going to exit on 116th Street here, which is not this exit but the next one. So nice job there. Honestly, just moving over, it sounds silly, but like I have not experienced the car do a great job of getting out of the left-hand lane once it gets in there. It seems like it just wants to sit there and camp. So that was kind of nice how it just slid over. We've got plenty of room. Gave the ability for the cars behind us to pass if they wanted to. So now we're slowing down a little bit here. A couple cars merging in, but not really in our way at all. So looks like we've trimmed the speed back just a little bit from 62 to about 57, which I'm totally comfortable with. That feels appropriate to me. We are going to exit here at about a half a mile, and then we'll get into the roundabouts, which this first one is, I always call them figure eights, but I actually heard someone call it a peanut the other day, which I don't know, I actually kind of like it. It's kind of funny because when you look at it from an aerial view, it does look like a peanut. So it's not really a figure eight like I call it, because you don't cross in the center portion. You kind of just come towards the center line and then you bow back out again. So I don't know, comment below, what do you think? Should I call it a peanut or should I call it a figure eight? It's probably, I guess the peanut's probably more accurate. So this is very busy right now, which is cool. It's I like when it's busy. That makes it harder on the car. So I really like how it's like creeping forward with the other vehicles. And look at this, great job. That was a really good job. There's a car coming, but it just kind of forced its way through with the other cars. Wow, that sun is bright. So nice comfortable speed through here. A little bit slow, but not bad. That was 16, 18 miles an hour through there. But again, visibility is not great. The sun is really kind of blinding. I don't think the camera's really doing it justice. It is very, very blinding with that light. So we're gonna go about a half mile up here and we'll go through another roundabout. We will be taking the second roundabout and or proceeding straight through if that's the way you would like to interpret it. Let's see. Really good. Not coming in too hot and slamming on brakes. Let's see here. So I would have gone right there, but the car's going to be a little extra cautious. So not bad. Probably 6 to 1, half dozen another. Not a big deal that it didn't go, but I think, half or 60 or 70% of humans would have kind of slipped in there before that red car, but again, nitpicking. So really impressed with how good the lane changes have gotten now. They're just so, it used to be like where it would signal and wait and wait and wait and wait, and you'd be like, come on, let's go, and then it would finally go. And now it's just like signal, bang, you're going. Love it. So I know I've done this on a couple of my other videos. Here we're coming up to a roundabout in about a 1/10 of a mile. We'll go first exit or making a right at this roundabout. But just to give some context into myself and a little bit of background on me, I am a former Tesla employee. I left, it would have been, gosh, October of 22? Yeah, October of 22. I left willingly. It was not laid off, unlike, unfortunately, like so many others now. I was a service tech for nearly 5 years, doing mobile service. And like I said, I've got a 2021 Model Y. We took delivery of this basically right when beta came out. I was one of the first 500 to get it. So I've had all the iterations of it, the red boxes with the colorful lines and all that good stuff, up until this point. So I'm no longer on the early rollouts, unfortunately. When I left Tesla, they very quickly got me off of that. It was a day or two later after I left, they actually sent a software update, and I think like accidentally took full self-driving off my car like altogether. And then so we're proceeding through another roundabout here, and then I think maybe that was just an accident, or maybe they very quickly fixed it, like a couple of days even after that. It wasn't even a week. And then I got back into the back of the line, and I'm pretty sure that's kind of where I'm at now with the fleet wide. I'm not even like, we used to call it a wave one. You'd have an employee release, gosh, I'm blabbering through roundabouts now because they're handling them so well. We used to call it like the employee releases, and then you would have wave one, wave two, and then typically they would, after wave two, they would either push it wide or sometimes go to larger. But I think now I'm with the general population like everyone else. So yeah, did that for 4 to 5 years. enjoyed it. Still in the EV industry, just no longer working for Tesla. I'm no longer on the car side. I work in the infrastructure side now. So yeah, I've seen all the things, very intimate knowledge about the car. I know a lot about it. Know what it should do, what it shouldn't do. And I feel like I come at it from a pretty level head. So now we're headed into another roundabout. So this one will be a left turn or third exit. That was really good. There was a car was a little bit confusing even for me. I wasn't sure if they were going into the exit or not. And the car, Beta did a good job of not slamming on brakes, but kind of just basically slowing down to a crawl and then creeping until it figured out what the car was doing. That's kind of what I've noticed. The biggest thing is the anticipatory stuff is just really good now. It's not perfect, but it's like really good. So here we go into another roundabout. Will be first exit here. I am applying force to the wheel. So we've got a split median here, where it's actually got a little divider for the cars going right. Here we go. And then, yeah, here we go. So this is pretty much going to be the drive. I do have the parking lot selected here. That was interesting. Let's see if it finds a parking spot. We can try out the park. Yeah, it's going just to the front of the building. I should have picked a different pin. That was kind of my fault. Now I'm going the wrong way. This is like a closed. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are you doing? Well, that was interesting. I guess that is quite literally where I put the pin. So, all right, I'm going to take it out here. Let's see if we drop the pin kind of just in front of us. And see what it does, if it finds a parking spot or not. All right, back in. I don't think it will actually do the auto park with beta, but I am curious to see it. Car's pretty unsure of itself. Oh, it just put itself in a parking lot, in a parking spot. Autopilot navigation complete. Cool. So yeah, so anyways, that's the video. If you like it, comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff that YouTubers say. I'm thinking about maybe starting a series on some vehicle service type stuff, tire rotations and brake cleanings and stuff kind of along those lines that the DIYers can do. So if that's something you'd be interested in seeing, let me know. And maybe I'll kind of get a better camera set up here, because I would like for everyone to be able to see the video or the UI also. So thanks for watching.